Today I will be demonstrating how to make a chevron friendship bracelet. Friendship bracelets can be useful in many different ways, from being a stress reliever to being an easy gift for somebody, and sometimes occupying your time with a fun craft. Stress reliever, they're really easy to just do quickly and just do something in your free time, and then they're very inexpensive for a present that you can give to somebody, and it's homemade. And then it's really fun craft when you get the hang of it, and you can occupy a lot of your time with that. There's many different patterns and string combinations and whatever you can make with that in different colors. You can use like 3 strings like you have here up to 24 strings, and you can write words in them, and you can do different designs and all sorts of things. The reason I'm really good at friendship bracelets is because the past 3 summers I've probably made over 100 different friendship bracelets for different people and for myself at my summer camp, Camp Minnesota. The main points for demonstrating will be to start the string how you started it, which I already started it for you and cut the right length, but then you need to learn the design of the chevron and the knot pattern, and then you need to know how to end it. So first you need to, as you normally would start it, you would take your string and have about your wingspan length for a chevron bracelet, or a little less than your wingspan. And then you cut the same length for all your strings, and then for tying a chevron you fold it in half and then knot the top. And then the first type, then you move on to your knot pattern, and for a chevron you'll split the bracelet, you'll split your strings into 2 sections, so the 3 colors on one side, like for mine it's red, orange, and blue, and then you put the colors on the opposite side. So then you take your outside string on the right side, the left side, the left side, and then what you do a 4 knot is what I call it. So you take your outside string, and then you take your second string, and you make a 4. So you make a 4 like this, and then you pull it through, and then you knot it. And then you do it again, because for every string you'll want a double knot, so because if you don't do a double knot, then some point it will get kind of messed up and look a little wonky. But after you do a double knot on your first string, you move to your next string that should be a new color, and do the 4 knot again, tighten, and then 4 knot and tighten. And then those 3 colors should be done. And then you move to the right side, and you take the outside string, which should be the same color as what you were knotting the other strings, and you take the next string, and you don't do a regular 4 knot, we do a backwards 4 knot. So you'll take it and go backwards and pull it through. This one's a little trickier to do, so you just have to figure out the best way to do it. And you make it tight, do 2 knots, and then you move to the next string, do backwards 4, knot again, and then once you get to the middle you should have the same colored strings together. And what I normally do, you just do 2 backwards 4 knots on your string. So you do 2 backwards 4 knots, and then that row should be done. Then you just continue on with your pattern until you get it to about the length you want. And this is about the length I get it to. This is one that's already done, and you kind of do it until you run out of string, into the sense that you might not have enough to make it long enough for somebody's wrist or ankle, and then you can end it off by just braiding it or doing like a fishtail design. That's what I do to end it, and then should be long enough to give to somebody. And this is another fun design that I've done. There's a border around it, and then just a simple braid. The way to make this chevron bracelet is to start it, and then you tie it off, and then you have your easy 4 knot. Once you get the hang of it, it gets super easy and simple to make, and then you end it off by braiding it or fishtail or whatever you want, and then tying it off and hopefully giving it to somebody. With all these steps together, hopefully you can make it long enough and get it so you can give it to somebody or even just give it to yourself. I hope that this tutorial or whatever made easy for you, and yeah.